Today I'm going to be sharing with you my Recon build. This has been tested on Extreme and Insane. All perks have been tested to make sure they're working. All mods being used have been tested. Now you have three choices for your weapon. The Kramer, going to be running fire rate, stability, magazine capacity, and max ammo. Also for the 25% reload speed when the magazine is empty, accuracy, and weak point damage. Alternatively, you can use the Twilight. For the Twilight, we'll be running the weak point, stumble chance, effective range, and chance to stun, magazine capacity with extra damage against armored targets, and weak point damage and zoom magnification with enemies are revealed for 5 seconds on weak point hit. Alternatively, you can also run this, which is accuracy, weak point damage, and zoom. And for the short time that your pubs are not up, you will be able to highlight targets, which also gives you the bonus on the threat detected, I believe is the name of it. In any case, your third option for some of the synth battles, if you're fighting them on Extreme or Insane, would be the Pike. This does a lot of damage, so you can just use this for them. Now if you're going to be running the sniper rifle, this build can be slightly adjusted because you won't need everything. I'll get into what to remove. For the consumables, you definitely want to run the cryo grid, and at least one person in your group needs to have the drones equipped. For a lot of missions, having 2 people with drones is good. 3 people do not need drones. One of you should have on landmines. For our perks, we're going to be running Distracting Howl because we want to slow down the board. We're going to be running 2 different cooldowns. This will put our cooldown at 15 seconds, but most of the time it's going to be much shorter than that, and I'll get into why in a moment. We're also going to be running 1 duration, so we have 25 seconds duration on our pubs, and then it's a 15-second cooldown, which we'll get into how to shorten. We're going to be running you and your teammates deal 10% more damage, so while our pubs is up, which is going to be almost all the time, everybody will get an additional 10% damage. We're going to be running activating pubs, increases your accuracy and stability by 50%. Now this is for the Kruger and the Twilight. If you're running the Pike rifle, you obviously do not need this one. For our rifle, we're going to be running max ammo and weak point damage, less for the max ammo. Even on Insane, Insane helps out a little bit, but for the most part, we're going to be activating so many drones, we are going to keep our ammo stocked. And we're going to be running a weak point damage and accuracy. Don't really need the accuracy on any of the rifles when our pubs is up, but for the short time that it's down to help us get it right back, that accuracy is nice, but more so it is for the weak point damage. And right here we have more weak point damage and some stability. Now how are we getting our ability back so quick? One is through threat neutralize. Getting a headshot kill on a revealed target recharges your abilities by 15%. So we're going to be spamming the support drone basically every time that we have it available. And while our pubs is up, getting a headshot kill on a revealed target will reduce our drone. If our pubs is down, all we have to do is get a weak point shot with our rifle, which will reveal more targets for 5 seconds. Then if we get a headshot kill, then we get that 15% reduction. Also, we have killing an enemy that is attacking a teammate instantly reloads you and your teammate's gun. Very good when you have a Demolisher with a Smart Gun on the board, and it helps out whoever else is on the board because you're refilling yours and their gun. But more importantly, we need that to link back in the fight. So got your back now also reduces remaining recharge time for you and your affected target's abilities by 10%. So that means for any time you get this bonus, which is constantly, because enemies are always aggro to one player. And if all three of you are like in a section holding it down, which you're going to be doing a lot on Extreme and Insane, a lot of the targets you shoot are not aggro to you. So you're constantly going to be getting this bonus, which means you're constantly going to be getting this bonus, which means you and the whatever that enemy was aggro to will both get 10% reduction on their cooldowns, which will shorten your pubs and shorten your support drone. And between getting headshots with threat neutralized and this, and the low cooldown time to begin with on the pubs, you're going to have so many pubs, it's ridiculous, and so many support drones to just keep spamming shots. So this is a very nice build to be able to get a ton of ammo and basically continuously slow down the board by 30%. Now, oh, really quickly, I will get into what you should use if you're not using the rifle. So if you're not using the rifle, there's not much more you can do. You can put on the 10% movement speed. You could go with a little bit like a 3 or a 4 cooldown on support drone. You could put on a rifle block and then put 2 reload times on. I believe there's 1 reload block on the gunner might have it. There is the ability to shorten the rifle reload by an additional 30%, which just makes it rechamber so quick. Actually, that 30% extra reload time is really sweet on the rifle. And then you can throw additional weak point damage on as well. That's the only 2 benefits you can really get on the rifle. Definitely put the 2 reload times and then go for as many slots that you have left on the board. Fill them up with weak point damage for the rifle. And that is my build for the Recon. This has already been tested on Extreme and Insane and has performed very well. I've asked my teammates, one, we didn't lose any of the ones I played Recon, and 2, I asked them like, was you ever short on ammo, and how were you with the pubs, like how'd you like them like staying up, and yeah, they liked it. So personally, I think it's great. Like like every time my pubs goes out, for the most part, if there's enemies to shoot, I'm getting it right back. So I know you will too. And yep, that is my Recon build. I hope that helps.